The latest information we have is that they do not have just one target.
Okay.
I know there's been lots of talk about the fact that their new sporting director, Andrea Berta, wants Victor Gyokeres, prolific Sporting Lisbon striker. He's got an extremely impressive scoring record in the Portuguese league. And there have been lots of reports that Berta wants Gyokeres, and he's told Mikel Arteta, this is the striker we need to sign. Now, my information is that they haven't yet narrowed it down to one name, which means that somebody like RB Leipzig's Benjamin Sesko is still very much on their radar as well. But what I can tell you is that Mikel Arteta will be seriously backed in the transfer market this summer. He will have at least £100 million to spend, plus any funds that are raised from selling players. It's important to stress that Arsenal, I think, are in a very healthy position financially. They've got no PSR issues. They realise, obviously, that finishing second is not good enough for their fans. They want to back Mikel Arteta so they can win a major trophy next season. That is why I'm convinced they'll be signing a striker this summer. They're very, very confident as well of signing Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. He's a player who Bayern Munich have tried to sign, Liverpool have tried to sign. I am sure that he will become an Arsenal player. They will trigger his release clause, €60 million at the end of the season. So make no mistake, this is going to be a big, big summer for Arsenal. And Mikel Arteta, he said it himself a couple of weeks ago that this will be a big summer for them in the transfer market. So I know there's lots of Arsenal fans out there putting pressure on the club to spend big this summer. I'm not saying that Arsenal are going to go crazy. They're not just going to throw their money around. They will still be careful, but Mikel Arteta will be backed at least £100 million. I wouldn't be surprised if you take into account the players who could be leaving if their final outlay wasn't close to £200 million.
And you can't get much for £100 million these days.
No, but really? You have to bear in mind, you're not paying that all at once.
No, today also in London, because Martin Zubimendi, the first signing of the summer for Arsenal under the new director Andrea Berta, was in London today together with his agent to complete formal steps of his move to Arsenal. Today, Arsenal and Real Sociedad have completed and signed all the documents, so we can consider Martin Zubimendi as a new Arsenal player. We had many rumors, especially on Real Madrid from Spain in the recent weeks. I always told you Martin Zubimendi will be an Arsenal player. Martin Zubimendi will go to Arsenal. Arsenal have everything agreed for Zubimendi, just waiting to sign. Today, everything was signed, and so Zubimendi to Arsenal was a here we go in May, and is confirmed today. The transfer fee will not be the €60 million of the release clause. They will pay something around 64 million euros, close to 65, so slightly more, but to have better payment terms. So Real Sociedad will receive around 64 million euros in few years, and so installments confirmed Martin Zubimendi as new midfielder for Arsenal. So the agreement is done and now sealed for Martin Zubimendi to be a new midfielder for Mikel Arteta.
At ESPN FC as well, but when it comes to the Premier League fixtures, we wanted to show you match day 1 through 6 for Manchester United, Arsenal and Burnley, because this is looking tough for these three teams. And after 6 rounds, we're going to get a good idea. You know, things could really be at a bad or a very good say for all of these teams after those first 6 games. Stevie, you're grimacing.
It could be me. The way I was brought up at Liverpool was the only game when the fixtures came out you were concerned about was the first one.
So you're not looking at, that looks tough though for us.
No, absolutely 100% not. No, the only thing you're thinking about, or I thought about and we thought about, was the first game. You know, you want a home game, you don't care who it's against. And if it's an away game, you don't want one of the promoted